What's good, YouTube? We're back today with another Market Watch, and we have two must-see videos of the day. The first one, an amazing meme video that give us a nod. It's a Star Wars kind of theme, and you know when they're in the junkyard, all the Market Watches because of how links have come out. It's basically like this just giant nod to Cosmos, Burning Abyss, and Link summoning. It's so amazing all the way through. You've gotta go watch this video, I'm telling you. It is so underviewed for the amazing editing, and who knows how long it's going to be up here. You know, being actual Star Wars property, they're very protective. But this video, overall, just insane. It's a must-watch meme video. So go check that out. I'll have it linked down in the description below, as well as a in-depth guide. Well, not too in-depth as it's a minute 47, but a simple guide on how to get Dueling Book on your smartphone for the Android. And it says also iOS, so you'll be able to be playing Dueling Book on your phone anytime you have your internet. That's pretty awesome. So both of these are must-see videos. They'll be linked down below and labeled in the description. Let's get into that Market Watch though. And the first thing to note is pre-prep has been moved to the front page, which means tons of copies are moving of TCG Player, and it's $3 here. It's selling a lot better on TCG Player, probably, as we see on eBay. It's as low as $225, although this one looks a little warped. And then we see $240 near mint or best offer. So people are really trying to get rid of these still, because guess what? They're Shining Victories, which is the first set of the Megatins that will be available to be reprinted in the Megatins. So it's really hard to invest in this kind of a card when we're so hyped for the Vandroids, but at the same time, it wasn't that expensive. It's still not that expensive at less than $10 per playset. Realistically, you know, about 7-ish, 8-ish for a playset. It's still relatively inexpensive, and if it somehow missed the Megatins, ooh boy, you would see this just explode off the face of the earth. And the second card does go along with this theme. It's Manju of the 10,000 Hands has gone up a bit. You see the market price of $647. The lowest is going to be $718 Unlim, $717 First Ed. We've got plenty of different top-rated sellers right here, all in a row after on TCG Player. But it spikes up to 8 just on the first page of sellers. And on eBay, we've got a whole $1 cheaper here. Near mint. $6, and it quickly goes to $7 though, so there's very few sellers here at that price point. And $675 to $8. What's this guy doing? Let's just real quick see what this man's is up to. Select the secret first. Oh, you can select different types. So like if we select the secret forces, he has 9 available at $675. Okay, so it's just a bunch of different Manjus. That's pretty cool. All right, I gotta respect that hustle. He's really putting it in there. Turbo, DR2. All right, it's like a one-stop shop for all kinds of Manjus. Nice. So it's definitely headed towards that $7 price point. With there's like 2 sellers on eBay below the 7 point. I'm not sure that you actually need this in the deck. Manju's always been a great asset to ritual decks, but eating your normal summon instead of using, say, a Unizombie could be very bad for the deck. Although with Brilliant Fusion, you could, you know, if you draw a Brilliant Fusion and it stays around in September through the ban list at full power, it's very good with the deck. Brilliant Fusion, I can just imagine having Unizombie and summoning a Manju being really, really good. But remember that pre-prep does work. And it almost just feels like the need. You add the ritual spell card from your deck, and you add the monster from deck or graveyard to hand whose name's listed. So Manju almost just feels like it's not needed in the Vandroids, to me at least. You have 3 preps and you have your natural zombie engine. If you feel you need more, perhaps Manju would be the next card, and I haven't tested it at all, but my initial reaction and thought to the deck is that you wouldn't need this. You've got Mizukis, you've got Unizombies, you've got the Shiranuis. This just seems like not the best of normal summons in the deck. Medion is up there for the secret rare. You see the market price 431. Well, I guess you don't see it. My screen capture in certain places is a little off, so let's fix that real quick on the multi-card. I'll be able to turn this on and off. Alright, so his market price was 431, and we have him at 750 here. And lowest, and that's not first ed. And almost every version of him has risen. We have the old school super from the Legendary Collections at 350 lowest, and I wanted to have all-time lures off. Zaphion has fallen back down from its hype. It's at that dollar mark again. The quantities are just too high right now for any hype to sustain prices from Battles of Legend, Lights, Revenge, so true quantity buyouts are going to be the only thing that keep this price way up. But, you know, from its original 40 cents, that's still triple. That's still pretty good. And the other Medion over here, the Gold Rare from P-Gold 2, is all the way up to 340 lowest. So all versions of Medion seem to be on the rise. Let's go ahead and go back to our normal view here as we hit eBay. Is my other view better for eBay too? Yeah, it's just better for both. Why not? Medion over here is 850 lowest for a near mint, it looks like, because the first one's light played before it goes to 9. So eBay being higher here, it's a lot of back and forth this market watch also, as you see. But just across the board, they're all up. I would personally sell them. But Time Lords are really difficult to beat. I've played against them, and every time I've had trouble with them in Link format. It's very hard to deal with them in Link format. So they will be that kind of difficult stun deck. They have that barrier statue stun kind of feel, and it's a solid deck. It's definitely solid. Gofu over here is at a total of $6. For the Super. I would still be selling. It's so unlikely they don't just slam it in September, but we'll have all of August probably to play with it, as Konami, remember September, said that they will be revisiting the list then if they do. And then we have $1.29 over here on the commons. So the commons are a solid dollar plus. People are getting theirs for the early format. It's not going to be hit for a bit. Don't buy into hype if you're not playing seriously till September, but there will be some regionals. So Gofu, yeah, that one card Decode Talker is so real. If you don't know, currently you just turn the the tokens into a Link Spider, and then you use the Gofu with the 2 Link Spiders to go into Decode Talker. Easy peasy Decode Talker. But in the future, you'll also be able to use the tokens with that Megaton promo. I always forget his name. He's the generic 2 that will come out in the Megatons. I use him in my deck. I should know his name, but he'll be coming too. And $7 over here, lowest on eBay. So the win over here for Gofu, being cheapest is TCG. Perform Pal Skull Crobat Joker has risen to 270. It's 250 on eBay, the highest priced card out of Pendulum Evolution. I've just got to say, after playing with the cards, I have highly underestimated the deck. There's no reason you should not have this entire deck for Link format. It's actually still just insanely good. Harmonizing Magician is insanely good. You make an Omega, get it off the field, can extra summon from your extra deck again, and you have so many choices. The entire deck is so cheap. I would almost just go out and buy a box and try to pack it all, but there's no reason for you not to have this deck for any reason. I swear, it's so good. It's just insanely good. So I would potentially get a box. Most people showed out of a box, they would get the entire deck. It's dang good. Oh, it's true. I really enjoy the deck. It's so underestimated. The combos, the fact that this guy, one second, and I hadn't seen this until we featured it. The fact that this guy just searches Chaos Sorcerer, Time Star Magician is able to search Chaos Sorcerer is hilarious to me. And then he can also dump Snow into the graveyard if you happen to be playing it with your Brilliant Engine. There's just so many good things about all of it. And I'm not talking about the Zark version. I'm talking about, like, for now, Magician Zoo. Once Zoo gets hit, they're probably not hitting this indie at all. Unending Nightmare is down to $5, speaking of the counter to this deck, and it's also a really good tech. in True Kings, or True Dracos, my bad, not True Kings. In the True Dracos, it's a continuous trap you contribute at any point that you want when you're done using it for pretty much any of your monsters with their effects. And on top of it, it's just a floodgate. I actually, when I played Dinosaurs, got the side against me, and he kept popping my diagrams, and then he was able to distribute it when he felt like he was done with it, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. It's going to be a great floodgate against the Magicians. It's going to be great against a lot of things, and, you know, Anti-Spell, of course, the better card overall, in my opinion, but this takes care of everything, lets them not even play the continuous / field spell and traps if you want it to. So it's still really good. It's gonna have its formats by far. It'll still see use stopping Brilliant Fusion while Brilliant Fusion's here, and this cannot get reprinted in the Megatons. Keep in mind, maximum prices is not available for the Megatons, and we see low 6 here on eBay too. It's just fallen so far from the 14 when it was, you know, hype. It's a great time to trade for it if you haven't gotten yours. I set at 15, spicy. And speaking of cards that can't be in the Megatons, Chakanine also from Maximum Crisis. There is a seller. We've got No Limit Gaming. They've got 51 of them at 66 cents. Keep in mind that if Zoo is underwhelmingly hit on the ban list, this will be the first one to go up. A lot of people are playing 2 of these already. It's so good. It is able to use just 2 more level 4 monsters, similar to Broad Bull. It's the card you want to have a lot of in case Zoo gets underwhelmingly hit. I would just trade for several. You know, investing in pin is $6. That's not, you know, one of these on eBay versus this. You could have 10 of these, and this will be the hard-to-get card once everybody has availability to Zoo after the Megaton. So this will be the missing link. Get yours already if you haven't, if you plan to get Zoo out of the Megatons. And I feel like they'll underwhelmingly hit Zoo because of the Megatons. Think, boys. And the last card here is OTS Pack Union Hangar, a low of $3.65 on TCG Player, a low of $3, but it doesn't say near mint there. It doesn't say near mint again before 4. Let's check it. This one's from Canada though, so it doesn't really matter on that $4 pricing. But we'll see what props up. Ooh, oh, okay, that's Canadian. They have a lot, and it does say new, but it looks a little bent, but it is near mint. So the lowest being one guy just selling 1 for $3, and then we see the $4 come in. So what do you guys think about Union Hangar? I would say that it is likely that ABCs will do good, and I doubt they will preemptively hit it. That's a possibility, but I definitely do like Union Hangar Supers as an investment call. As you see, the rest of the deck is dirt cheap, at least by these prices. Sometimes these aren't accurate because they include shipping. But overall, I believe the ABCs are really cheap and they're doing well under the Japanese list. So we got a normal market price of $1.34 and $1.19 like played. Yeah, $1.25. It's still dirt cheap to be able to pick up your ABC deck overall, or at least have the core of it. No, again, it's one of those you should have it now kind of things. And if you want to hollow it out, get your super hangers. It's doing really well under the OCG ban list. But again, with Van Dreads and other certain things in our formats, it may be a very different world here in the TCG as usual. Burning Abyss changed our lives, Cosmos changed our life, Kaiju's changed our life. We could have a different world depending on the ban list and how everything's hit. Thanks for watching. What do you guys think will be coming in the Megatons? And and what do you think, more importantly, will be missing? What are you looking forward to from it? And I'll be keeping an eye on some of those cards that you say in the comment section down below. And don't forget these must-see videos of the day. This one really did make my day. The truth about link summoning, basically. Thanks for watching, guys.